Good evening, dear friends and dreamers. This is Thomas from Thomas's Bedtime Story, your guide through the starlit pathways of the night. Tonight I offer you a blanket of ages past, something of wisdom, courage, and grace. Our journey will take us to a time when trust and obedience forged the very steps of destiny. Before we embark on this ancient adventure, find yourself a comfortable nook. Fluff your pillow, pull up your covers, and let tranquility envelop you. And if my tales awaken the dreamer in you, consider subscribing to our channel and giving this video a like. Your support fuels our nightly sojourns into the world of slumber and stories. Now, let us weave through the night's embrace into our story. Long ago, in the sun-baked lands of Canaan, there stood a humble cottage amid burgeoning olive groves. It was here that a woman of noble heart and simple means tended to her small flock with care and patience. Her name was Deborah, a prophetess of resolute spirit and wisdom that stretched far beyond the borders of her village. Deborah served as a judge over her people, offering counsel and resolution to the weary souls seeking her aid. She moved through life with a grace that only those touched by the divine could possess, for she was not just a judge, but also a vessel of the higher will. At this time, the people of Israel lived in tumultuous servitude under King Jabin of Canaan, his commander Sisera enforcing cruelty with an iron fist. Deborah, in her wisdom, knew that the time for liberation was at hand. But it would not be a journey without trials, for bravery and faith must be tested in the crucible of fear. The villagers often whispered stories under the moon's tender glow that spoke of Sisera's might, of his 900 iron chariots that could thunder across the valleys like a relentless storm. Amidst this backdrop stood Barak, a man of valor, but one whose heart grappled with the shadows of doubt. Deborah summoned Barak to her side and delivered unto him a message from the Almighty. Go and draw towards Mount Tabor. Take 10,000 men of the children of Naphtali and Zebulun, for the Lord will deliver Sisera into thine hand. Barak, despite his natural courage, found himself ensnared by uncertainty. He looked upon Deborah, the embodied strength, and said, If thou wilt go with me, then I will go. But if thou wilt not go with me, I will not go. It was a testament to the power of steadfast companionship. Deborah, undaunted by the veracity of the task, agreed. Not to fight, but to stand amidst the clash of steel and faith, to be a beacon of hope when darkness loomed. Together they set forth to gather their forces, a fervent whisper of freedom threading through the hearts of the chosen 10,000. Deborah's presence galvanized the spirits of men who, with each step toward Mount Tabor, left behind a piece of their fear. Night fell as they reached the mountain's base, and there, under the stars, they camped, awaiting the dawn that would herald their fate. Deborah's words that night were like the gentle touch of dew upon the leaves, anointment for their courage. Fear not, for the stars in their courses fight against Sisera. With the sunrise painting the morning sky in hues of gold and crimson, the time had come. Sisera, upon learning of Israel's assembly, unleashed his formidable chariots. The earth itself seemed to tremble with each advance, and as both armies collided, the skies above bore testament to Deborah's vow. for heaven unleashed a fury of rain, turning the plains into a mire, thus ensnaring Sisera's pride, the iron chariots now nothing but prisoners of the sodden earth. The battle raged, fierce and unyielding, until Sisera sought refuge, abandoning his men to the hand of fate. The story then finds another thread in the tapestry of this day. Jael, a woman of Kenite lineage, the very blood that aligned with Jabin, but who held within her the light of righteousness. Sisera, in his flight from defeat, chanced upon her tent. Jael, receptive to divinity's murmur, extended the guise of sanctuary, only to deliver justice at its behest. The victory was profound, not solely in the liberation of the Israelites, but in the testament of faith and the fateful dance of destiny played out by those who believed in something greater than themselves. Deborah's legacy, to champion the cause even in the face of giants, to act as a pillar of strength when others falter, perseveres through the annals of time. As we close this chapter of our bedtime voyage, remember the valor of leadership like Deborah's, the courage to accompany others like Barak's, and the morality of Jael's decision. These are the stars guiding us in the night sky of our lives, urging us to hold fast to virtue when the dusk ensnares our hopes. Good night, my dear listeners. Let the whispers of ancient valor cradle you to a serene slumber. Dream of olive groves and the silver lining of triumph against all odds. Until our next tale, here at Thomas's Bedtime Story, may peace be your companion in the quiet hours of the night.